Let's talk healing, true healing. So envision a garden. The garden is you, okay? So when you go through trauma, pain, rejection, anything that you went through, imagine seeds being planted. So when you were 3 years old and you got rejected by your mother, a seed was planted. When you were abandoned by your father from before you were even born, a seed was planted. When you went through that SA abuse, a seed was planted. And then the seeds, what do seeds do? They grow roots. And as they grow roots, then they eventually sprout. So we're going to call these bad seeds weeds. So let's say you are 25 years old and you decide, I'm going to start doing some inner work. I need to figure out what's inside here and why I am the way I am and what it is that I went through. When we decide, okay, I no longer want to pretend or push away or reject the things I went through, because we tend to close the door on hard things. When we ignore it, imagine we're ignoring the garden. The weeds are growing and growing and growing until it looks like an abandoned garden. What happens when you see a weed in the garden and you just chop it off the surface? Eventually, that weed grows again. We're being faced, oh my gosh, I remember the time when I got assaulted and I'm good. Everything is good. I forgive them, but they could go to hell. We're chopping the weed. And then we don't think about it and it comes up again and on another day. There it goes. And then you have to redo it again. And it's a cycle. Because what it is we're not truly uprooting. If you do not remove the roots of the weed, that problem is always going to be a problem. There's a place of healing that exists where you can know what you went through, you have the experiences, you felt the feelings, but you are so healed. You have uprooted every ounce of root of rejection, every ounce root of trauma, every ounce, the roots of abandonment, completely uplifted, that you get to a place where you can share your stories and not cry. You can share your stories and not be angry. Not just that, let's take it one level up. You can even give God glory that you went through what you went through. And I can sit here and testify to you with God as my witness that I am truly happy I went through what I went through, because it builds a testimony, because I can relate to you. I'm sharing this because I want you to know that there's a place like this that exists. We don't know that this is a thing. We may not know what the aim is. Stop ignoring your garden. Your garden is completely full of weeds. Help us have the fruits of the Spirit, Father. Well, guess what? In order for your garden to grow fruit, you need to remove the weeds. Do you know what weeds do to fruit trees? They choke them out. Weeds will absorb the nutrition that your fruit trees need. So in order for the fruit to grow, are you with me, family? In order for the fruit to grow, you need to remove the weeds from the root. God is calling you to do inner work. God is calling you to face the pain. He's asking you to. And if you don't know where to start, I encourage you to pray and ask him, where do I start to heal? How can I start to heal? And if I can also encourage somebody, if anybody is interested, this is my book, Welcome to Hollywood. And this is actually a healing journal. I share my story, the trauma and pain I went through. And then I also give you a space so that you can journal and heal. Whether it's through this book or not, it can really be done with you and God. This is just one source. So I encourage you, do the inner work. Tend to your garden.